all. Hello all. This is my first attempt at something I am going to call Matt's Musical Talk. I kind of watched a few podcasts on YouTube and I thought it would be a good idea to do something about musical theatre. So I have got my good friend Rebecca Ridout.
Hello.
Who has her own blog.
Vlog?
I always call it a vlog.
It's not a vlog, it's a vlog.
Who has her own blog. And she's going to help me out and we're going to just talk about theatre in London and a little bit about Broadway as well. The first thing I wanted to talk about was the casting of Kinky Boots, which has just happened.
Oh, exciting.
Which I did audition for. I'm not bitter.
No,
I'm not bitter.
I'm not bitter.
So Jerry Mitchell is directing this and it's coming from Broadway.
Yes.
And they just announced the cast and Killian Donnelly is playing the lead.
I'm very pleased they didn't...
It's kind of there are two male leads really, aren't there?
Yeah, Lola and Charlie?
Charlie
and Lola. That's the kids' TV.
Anyway, whatever they're called. Who cares? I don't. No, I do.
I'm very pleased they didn't bring a Broadway cast over.
Yes, because they do that, don't they?
There's a lot of Broadway stars on the West End at the moment. And as much as I love them, it's nice that they've... Because it's a British story.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that they've...
Yeah, and it's not like Full Monty, which was an Americanised. This is very much because a little bit of criticism on Broadway was that the accent was so terrible.
The dialect awful.
But so they've cast Killian Donnelly, which I agree with you. I'm really pleased they've cast British people, but I was kind of a bit like, I don't know Killian, but I was kind of a bit like, oh, Killian Donnelly again.
He's nailing it, and he's nailing life.
But I've completely changed my mind because when I thought about the character of Charlie, and I've had a little look, I haven't seen it on Broadway, but I saw some videos on YouTube, and he is so perfect for it. Mm-hmm. Like in his look, in his manner even, I just think he's going to be brilliant. Yeah,
well they just say, don't they, that it's like the right show coming along at the right time, and it just so happens that Commitments was perfect for him, which he was insane in, and then Memphis, and then Kinky Boots. It's just good for Killian that they've all come in a row.
And then also, now this, I know Matt Henry. Matt Henry has got the part of Lola. I did a production of Hair with Matt, and he had the best voice in the production of Hair. Like, he was just amazing. But he had all the, like, I really remember in Let the Sun Shine. Yes. He did all these, like, you gotta live, all it, but not like that, but really well. He was just so amazing. Yeah, so and he's so perfect for that part. Mm-hmm. Can't wait to see him in a pair of high heels.
Oh my gosh, those boots look so intimidating, don't they?
Yeah. So all in all, I'm pretty darn pleased with casting it. I can't wait to see it. Well, I'd quite like to zip across to Broadway.
Oh yeah. That's the old option there.
Because I was looking at a review of Dr. Zhivago, which has just opened on Broadway. Tam Mutu playing...
Amazing in City of Angels.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Missed out.
Was it good?
He was amazing.
Yeah, he is good, Tam, and he's very handsome. Very, very handsome. But it didn't get good reviews. Like, the Guardian review was 2 stars, and I know Rebecca doesn't really like to read reviews. But
it was the Guardian that gave Miss Saigon 2 stars, and it made me more angry than I've ever been in my life. So
you wrote a blog about that.
I wrote a blog about how angry it made me. So stuff 2 stars.
Yeah. It got me to thinking about these sort of shows that, like Dr. Zhivago and quite a few others that are almost, well, I don't know whether it is, but a Les Mis kind of clone. Those shows that are like set against the backdrop of a war, or those kind of shows. If people are going to do that sort of thing, that they maybe need to do it in a different way.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know enough about Dr. Zhivago to.
Well, it's Russian.
It's Russian.
And it's like set over. The book is quite a difficult. I've never read the book, but apparently the book is quite a difficult read. It's like set over like 30 years. It's it's a real sort of like someone's read the book and gone, "Ooh, this could be like Les Mis."
Okay, yeah.
You know, and I just think you can't copy those sort of things, you know. Well, you can, but you've got to do it really, really well.
Yeah, yeah. But then think about the reviews that Les Mis got at the Barbican.
Yeah, it got bad reviews.
Yup.
Did it do quite well?
Did it do quite well? Their little show did really well.
God.
Our little show.
Yes.
It did very well.
I did a video about that. I'll put a link here. Thanks for that. I'm quite warm. Are you quite warm?
It's quite warm. Oh, what's that?
And it also made me think about Dr. Zhivago, about Broadway, and the fact that they have all these musicals that kind of open to be in consideration for the Tonys.
Yeah.
And there's like a million, well,
yeah,
not a million,
they do it
but a
all
lot
at
of
the same
musicals.
time. But then I quite like that, because unlike over here, like Beautiful snuck in at the last minute. It'd been open a couple of weeks and then it stormed the Olivier's. And people don't think that their production's kind of going to be in competition with all these different. I don't think people, when they opened Porgy and Bess the previous summer, they didn't know they were going to be in competition with, you know what I mean. And Broadway, they at least know who they're up against. It's literally like, you know your competition.
Yeah.
And people don't come in with last minute surprises.
But the only thing I think about it is that sometimes it's like the American TV season as well, is that I think sometimes things maybe get a little bit lost, don't get given a chance, you know, whereas if it's more sort of
if you're not
throughout the
if you're
whole
not the
year,
big budget thing, you won't necessarily compete.
But I actually think maybe we should do something like that over here, like, because it makes a thing about it, you know.
It makes more,
for someone like me who's interested in theatre, like, I've heard so much about all the new productions that are going on Broadway at the moment, and I think that has got to be a positive thing. Yeah,
and you also almost forget about ones that were almost a year before. I remember when Sweeney Todd, eventually, the Chichester production with Michael Ball and Imelda, eventually made it into the Olivier's. It closed ages before. I'd almost forgotten about it, and I couldn't believe that it was in that year's Olivier's pot. And like Porgy and Bess was nominated for Best Revival, and that was last summer. And at least with America, they're all there still in the, you know, you can go see them.
Yeah, I mean, that is something weird about here, is that you can absolutely win an Olivier.
Yeah.
And
no one can see it.
No one can see it. Yeah, that is dumb.
Livid.
Let's change that. Who can do that?
Well, I think that's half the controversy, isn't it? That they've now got a very commercially driven panel, and they're almost rewarding the shows that are still open. Is that really controversial
on the Olivier's
to say? I think I'm looking. I keep looking at the screen rather than in there.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Everyone does that.
Okay.
Everyone does that. I do it.
There.
I've even like in vlogs, I've kind of gone, stop looking at the screen.
Yeah.
So they all know about
okay.
it. Just don't
Thanks.
look below. Look at the lens. That's where the people are.
Through the lens.
That's where those 298
like
people are. Right there.
Right there.
Okay, so
what was I saying? Oh yeah, they're commercially driven now. Very controversial to say, but they're very commercially driven, and they're rewarding shows that might benefit from winning the award, rather than rewarding the shows that deserved it.
But then Miss Saigon didn't win.
Because Miss Saigon's doing well without the award. I mean, I think the Olivier should be like the Tonys. I think we need it needs to be the event that it is in America, because it's not over here.
It's not, no.
I mean, Neil Patrick Harris's openings are incredible.
We had, nothing wrong with him, but we had Lenny Henry.
We have good acts, we have good performances, but it's not an event. and not, you know, I was reading that it was down on viewers from last year, and they just show highlights, they don't show the whole thing.
I tell you what was the worst thing. Was having Angela Lansbury cut down, stuck at the end of the programme. Like,
awful.
That's the thing. Whoever edited that didn't know anything about theatre.
Non-stagies are clearly editing. Stagey and proud.
Yeah, but they didn't know anything about theatre. You don't, and so I've seen so many people saying it's like Friends, and like Graham Norton said it on his radio programme the other day. It's like, why someone like Angela Lansbury, and potentially, you know, it might be the last time she appears. It's
her first Olivier Award. Can we just embrace that? Her first
probably
one.
will be her last. So
she was incredible.
So maybe not, but
did you see it?
What?
Blind Spirit.
No.
She was a hoot.
I know, but I always thought she was being fed her lines because she had those big buns on her.
Everyone said that. Not once did I think that when I was watching it.
No, but because she had those big
those hilarious
buns.
Princess Leia buns on the side of her head.
Anyway, so I think, yeah, they should... How did we get here? But anyway, they should absolutely, like, upgrade the Oliviers and make them about proper theatre.
I wanted Eva Noblezada to win.
Who?
Eva Kim in Miss High.
Oh, right, okay, sorry, yeah.
I just skimmed past her surname because I don't want to mispronounce it.
Eva something?
You try and say it.
I don't know what it is.
Noblezada.
You know I'm going to put a little thing here. This is how it's pronounced.
Yeah.
Now, I also wanted to talk about the Old Vic.
Yes.
Because at the Old Vic, which is a theatre producing house as well, they produce their own theatre in London. London Bridge, Waterloo?
Waterloo.
Yeah.
Literally just outside Waterloo.
Yeah, I mean, I walked past it. I worked at the Union Theatre, which is like 2 minutes from it, so I walked past it for like 3 months. But anyway,
Old Vic, young Vic.
They've recently lost Kevin Spacey.
Lost?
Well, he's left.
He's gone.
He's gone after 11 years. And they've got Matthew Warchus taking over, who's a big director here. He's done a lot of things, a lot of musicals. I think he directed Our House, didn't he?
Tilda?
Yeah. Yeah, Matilda.
Children.
Jack and Jill went up the hill. He's just taken over and they've announced a new season there, which is, I think, is quite exciting.
Yes, it's very.
They're doing Groundhog Day.
Did you read that one of the songs is going to be 25 minutes? The song where he just literally...
Oh, it's going round and round.
Yeah, 25 minutes it's going to be.
Yeah, that sounds...
That's going to be a long sequence for everybody involved.
But I think the exciting thing about this is it's Tim Minchin who's writing it, who wrote Matilda. Which is like one of the best pieces of musical theatre on at the moment.
Yeah.
I think.
I still
is.
Yeah, still stand by that.
I was just blown away when I saw Matilda. I was just like, I can't believe how good the book is. I said in another video only recently about, well, it was actually called It's About the Book. And that is totally true. The book for Matilda.
It's glorious. And it's such a good adaptation of the actual Roald Dahl story.
Yeah.
It's not like the film. They've kept it closer to the book than they did.
Yeah, and I have... Is the book writer... Does he write the book as well? But I think there's a book writer who's from Matilda.
For Groundhog? Or for Matilda?
I don't actually know. Anyway,
Wikipedia.
Have a look. He's so good at writing. Like, I'm just very excited about it.
Oh, he's brilliant.
Groundhog Day.
His lyrics are incredible.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the film, it's probably on Netflix or some other such thing. It's such a funny film that I just think
so good.
It's good.
It'll be brilliant. That repeating his morning sequence will be brilliant.
I wonder who's going to play that part though. The Bill Murray part. That's a huge role.
Who's the Bill Murray of UK theatre?
About me. I'm joking.
How about Harrop?
I'm joking.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Kelly.
Yes.
The playwright.
Yes.
Dennis Kelly is a
and
genius.
is he doing the Groundhog Day one? Oh, that's what you were looking for.
No, I was looking for who did Matilda.
But also they're doing an adaptation of Dr. Seuss's The Lorax.
No, The Lorax. My all-time favourite quote is, be who you are and say what you feel, because the people who mind don't matter, and the people who matter don't mind.
Broke my heart.
So lovely. Isn't that lovely?
It is. Say it again. No, don't say it again. It'd be boring.
People that mind don't matter. So
and the people that matter don't mind. Yeah, it's true.
And they are doing the first production because they've now in-housed the Marconi company, the dance company.
Who, I should explain, Rebecca and I met on a production of The Sound of Music at Curve, and which was was it November?
It was November. We started rehearsals. Yeah.
And Drew Marconi choreographed that.
And we waltzed together
for a bit, for a couple of weeks.
And then you started playing Max, so I was husbandless for the rest of the run.
Yeah.
But Drew choreographed it, and he has a dance company called the Marconi Company, and they did a show last year called Drunk, and it attracted loads of attention. It was amazing. Did you see it?
No.
Missed out. He missed out. It was incredible. And so he's teamed up with the composer again, Grant Olding, and they're doing a new dance theatre version of Jekyll and Hyde, which will be amazing. If Drunk is anything to go by, Jekyll and Hyde will be awesome. Yeah,
he's the new Matthew
Bourne.
Bourne, really.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like.
He was mentored by him.
I thought you said he was mental.
Mentored.
Yeah.
Mentored. Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of, you know.
Because it's proper storytelling through dance. Storytelling through dance.
You're so good at.
I hate you.
You couldn't speak then.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Oh, that's the first I hate you. I'm sure there'll be many more to come.
I throw it around like it's really casual. I've got a lot of that as my husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shaniqua and Colin.
Shaniqua and Colin.
Thank you for watching. If you've got this far, well done. But thank you very much. Thank you for coming and doing it. We might do it again, maybe, you know, make it a regular thing, maybe, if Rebecca wants to. Go and subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Go and read Rebecca's
When in doubt, read out.
When in doubt, read out. I will put all her information below, all the Twitter and stuff as well. So thanks a lot, guys, and I will see you in a couple of days. That's about. Bye.